Welcome back to Indianapolis this week. There is a battle brewing at the State House over police body cameras and your right to see what they record. The push around the country and Indiana has been to add those cameras, providing an extra level of clarity about police action. So why do some state lawmakers want those videos to remain private in the Hoosier state? Call 6 Investigates' Paris Lubell is working on that for us.
Dash cam recordings like this one were used to charge a Chicago police officer with murder. And this one, released by IMPD to show the public what happened during a police shooting in April of 2015. But under a new bill, those videos may have never seen the light of day.
It's really sort of a secret government video bill, and really that's really going to impede the public's right to know.
House Bill 1019 was created to provide guidelines for how police departments handle recordings from body cameras, an untouched but highly controversial topic between police departments and the public. But the bill doesn't stop there. In its current form, it would prevent you or us, a media organization, from ever seeing that video. The bill is authored by Representatives Kevin Mahan, John Price, Sharon Nagel, and Ed Delaney, and it was unanimously passed in a House committee and is now on the floor. And now, with good chances of it passing in the House, it's something that Indiana's Association of Broadcasters, which RTV6 is a member of, says is the complete opposite of police transparency.
It completely moves the wrong direction. It is a secret government sort of proposal as opposed to something that's open.
Delaney, who has fought for civil liberties in the past, says there is some work to be done.
I think the bill is headed in the right direction. There are some very important issues about, where you go if you're the press and you want access, and who decides and under what standard, and we're working on those things. I think there's a lot of progress on it, so I think everybody needs just to relax a little bit about it, let the process work.
According to the bill, a department could choose to release the video on their own, but if they don't, there's no recourse under public record laws.
So we view this as publicly funded cameras, publicly funded storage systems. There has to be a process, just as there is with any public record.
According to the bill, the only course of action would be taking the issue in front of a judge, and that person would have to prove 3 things. First, public interest would be served by releasing the video. Second, releasing the video would not create a risk to anyone. And lastly, the release would not hamper the case in court. It would then be in the judge's hands to decide.
It's very important that the public have confidence that our officers will be wearing those cameras and using them. We're heading in the right direction.
Our thanks to Paris Lubell watching that. We'll continue to watch that story, and we welcome in our political insiders now, Mary Beth Schneider, Pete Seat, Adam Kirsch. Thanks for being here this morning. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming back, as always. We heard from John Gregg earlier in the show, and I want to play a bit of the interview that we didn't get to hear earlier. His push to grab moderate Republicans, along with the undecided voters, to possibly win the race. Let's give a listen.
Governor Daniels was well respected by that moderate Republican, that voter we have to get. And a lot of them thought they were getting a 3rd term of Governor Daniels, and they now realize they didn't. I want to make it clear, I've known Governor Pence for almost 35 years, and our differences are political, not personal. By no means am I saying that the governor's a bad person. I'm just saying he's not a good governor.
Something tells me that's not the last time we're going to hear that from John Gregg over the next few months. Adam, is that an argument that can help him?
Well, I think it is, and I need to say in the interest of disclosure, I am working with the state party on the governor's campaign. But absolutely, governor's races in Indiana are won and lost among the sort of silent middle. They're not strong Democrats, they're not strong Republicans. They voted for Mitch Daniels, they voted for Evan Bayh, they voted for Richard Lugar, and this time I think they're going to vote for John Gregg.
Pete, do we hear this often during the rest of the campaign?
I think you will, but what's interesting is you heard this in the interview here. In an interview he did with Matt Tully of the Indianapolis Star this week, John Gregg sounded a lot more progressive than he has in the past. So what's clear to me is the John Gregg of 2012 is dead and gone. May he rest in peace. You're going to see John Gregg say and do whatever he needs to win, short of maybe shaving the mustache.
You know where John Gregg learned that kind of line from was Mitch Daniels. He was really effective at that when he first ran for governor in saying that Joe Kernan and the Democrats, these are nice people. They've just done a miserable job of running state government. He would be just sweet as pie and then shiv it in, and it was incredibly effective. And I think that John Gregg has learned a lesson.
We'll see how that plays out in the ongoing governor's race. Back to the State House now. It's going to be a very busy week at the State House. In Pete, you said earlier, you kind of wish it would just all go away now.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, there's, these issues that I guess won't go away for various reasons. And as we've said before on this show, when it comes to civil rights and these issues that people are talking about, I think the sooner the better in getting these off the table so we can talk more about transportation, education, and other issues that people are really focused on.
Adam, the more we talk about these LGBT protections, the potential protections, RFRA, does that hurt Pence's campaign?
I think what hurts Pence's campaign is his refusal to take the simple fix, to turn the page, and to add 4 words in a comma to our civil rights statute. John Gregg is for it. Business community is for it. But Mike Pence is clearly not, as he said in the State of the State last 2 weeks ago. Mary Beth, these bills getting hearings. Do you think any of them move forward?
I suspect something will. I think David Long, the president of the Senate, has been pretty clear that he wants to see something move forward. I think the trouble for all of them is that the sooner ship left the dock a long time ago. We're past sooner. The session only lasts until mid-March. We'll be coming up on the midway point. This is not going to be going. It'll be probably going on until the last day. It really will depend on what happens in the House, I think.
A minute left to go for us here on this Sunday morning. Turning our attention to the presidential race really quick. Donald Trump, Sarah Palin uniting forces. Good move by Trump, Adam?
Well, I feel sorry for my friend Pete. We've heard all summer that it was the summer of Trump and then the fall of Trump, and now we're into the next year of Trump. Trump is a phenomenon, and it's hard to predict where this goes.
Pete?
Yeah, I'd like a hug. Thank you for this. Thanks, everyone. It feels loved. One entertainer endorsing another entertainer. That's all I got.
Mary Beth, does it help him or hurt him? Does anything hurt him at this point?
Yeah, actually, I think if anybody who really likes it probably liked Trump already. Other people maybe aren't going to care about Sarah Palin, but I think any Democrat who's, oh, this is so wonderful, this is going to help us, I think they're crazy, because who knows anymore what's going to happen. They could end up with President Trump.
In Adam's defense, I didn't see his hands go wagging at the end. That was ad-lib. Thank you all for being here so much. You always have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and you can stay up to date with all of our insiders and get news and updates every day of the week on our official Twitter account @IndyThisWeek.